Hi, Dan Hopper with RE/MAX Alliance, here today with our buyer process blog. Today we're going to talk about 5 reasons that we believe are the most important when you are a finance buyer and you have to obtain a loan to buy your next property. Pre-approval is probably the most important aspect in this process. And we're going to talk to you why those 5 are so important. The five reasons. Number 1, by doing your pre-approval, you can discover the first one. What is your buying power? You need to know what your buying power. Now, what does that mean? That's taking into consideration all your debt and your income and working the type of ratios so that we can understand what you can borrow. Why is that important? Well, here's why it's important. Why are you looking at a $300,000 home when you can only qualify for $240,000? Unless you've got $60,000 to put down. Chances are you don't if you're a first-time buyer. So, let's take that into account. Number 1, know your buying power so you know what price range you should be looking at. That will satisfy your financial requirements, and now we'll go discover, are there homes out there in that price range that will satisfy your living requirements. The second is, once you discover your buying power, you and the lender will discover what is really the best loan product out there for you. Will it be a conventional loan, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% down? Will it be an FHA loan where you can put 3.5% down? Or you might be a VA buyer that has 100% financing. These are things that we want to discover right up front to determine what kind of a buyer you will be and what is your best finance product that's going to help you acquire your property. And keep in mind, there is an FHA 203K that is a renovation rehab loan, and I'll tell you what, there are more and more first-time buyers that are using that to acquire short sale listings and bank-owned listings because they need work done. So we can go in a little bit more detail, but that's why it's important to understand what are these loans all about and how they work. The third reason is pre-approval versus pre-qualifications. So many times I get calls off our signs, off my marketing material, with buyers saying, hey, I want to look at this home. I've been pre-qualified with the bank. I called and we talked over the phone. I'm just telling you, that's nice, but it's not where you need to be. Pre-approval will get you there better. Why? Because when you sit down with the lender and you fill out the loan application, they're going to request that you provide documents to them, such as your W-2s, your 1099s if you're self-employed, your last 2 income tax returns. They may even ask for 3. Your bank statements, pay stubs, all those things. They're going to have that all packaged together, as well as requesting from you your Social Security number so that they can run a 3-file credit report. Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. That way they get a real broad look at what's on your credit to determine, are you even creditworthy to borrow money for a home loan? That's important. And by being pre-approved also brings us to number 4. That makes you a better candidate when it's time to submit an offer. Why is that? Because if you've been pre-approved, the seller, the listing broker who gets your offer can sit down and discuss it, and they can actually contact your lender, your loan officer, to find out the details as how strong you are in the pre-approval, which then, like I said, number 4, increases your negotiating position. It's better, it makes it stronger, because now they know the only hurdle you actually have at this point in time is getting through the home inspection, the appraisal, and the title review. It makes you a stronger buyer, knowing that you've gone through the process, had your credit looked at, and so on and so on. Comes to the last one, 5. We touched on it at the very beginning, but it's home searching. It tells us exactly where we should be in the price range, depending on the location that you want to live, to determine, Can we find properties based on a $240,000 loan with you putting the minimum down like FHA? So you're going to put 3.5% down. You figure I got to put about $7,000-8,000 down. I can maybe buy something for $248,000. Am I looking at the price range between, $250,000 and below, or am I wasting everybody's time? Discover that right up front. And please understand that when you call me and I try to discover over the phone, are you working with a broker? Remember, we talked about working relationships. We're not in the business to take you from another real estate broker. We want to know, do you need our help? The second thing, and don't be offended when I ask, have you been pre-approved? It's important to know that. If you just say pre-qual, I'll say that's nice. We need to still sit down with a buyer consultation and let's go over the process. And then I'll explain to you again why all this here is so important in the buying process. You need help? Contact me, danhopper.com. Please pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, send me a text message. But whatever you do, contact me now so we can get this process going, because you cannot find a better time to buy than now. Understand your buying power? Interest rates are the lowest they've been in history. Home values in some areas are as low as they were 12 years ago. Please pick up the phone, send me an email, send me a text message, but get a hold of me right now. Thank you, and we'll be talking to you later.